More matches added to Turning Point. Unreleased matches for this week's Thanksgiving episode of Impact. And a toy drive and food drive announced for the Final Resolution and Impact tapings in Atlanta. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sudden Impact, your premier destination for all news TNA wrestling. So without further ado, let's get started. This is Sudden Impact. But first, are you liking this video? Want to see more? Then like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's free and helps me produce more videos like this. Go ahead and do it so I can continue to bring you the news from TNA Wrestling. So first up, more matches have been added to this Saturday's Turning Point event. As noted on last week's episode of Impact, Marsha Slamovich will be defending her Knockouts World Championship against Jordynne Grace in a 2 out of 3 falls match, with this match serving as Grace's rematch for the championship, which she lost at Bound for Glory. Mike Santana faces Frankie Kazarian, has also been announced for the event. After last week's Impact went off the air, it was also announced that Moose would be defending his newly won X Division Championship against the underrated luchador Laredo Kid. Now this comes after Laredo Kid and Leon Slater defeated Moose and JDC of the System in tag team action earlier in that episode. So with these matches added to the event taking place in Winston, North Carolina, this Saturday, it takes the overall matches to 7, with Nick Nemeth defending his TNA World Championship against the System's Eddie Edwards, a no DQ match between Steve Macklin and Josh Alexander, the Thanksgiving Turkey Bowl match between Joe Hendry, Eric Young, Hammerstone, PCO, Brian Myers, and John Schuyler, and the Hardys and Ace Austin challenging the Rascals and Kushida. So this looks like a very decent match card. And stay tuned for my previews and prediction video on this event later this week. Next up is the preview for this week's Go Home episode of Impact, which also serves as the Thanksgiving episode. So it was announced on last week's episode of Impact that there are some previously unaired and unreleased matches from the most recent tapings in Detroit, featuring a casket match between PCO and Moose, Speedball Mike Bailey versus Jake Something, Jordynne Grace versus Danny Luna, and Nick Nemeth versus Sami Callihan, which have all been announced for this Thursday's episode. These seem like they will be very interesting matches, and I'm absolutely thrilled that we're getting these matches. It does seem a little strange that they had the Mike Bailey and Jake Something match announced, given that it's been announced that Mike Bailey has left the company officially. So it would have been better if this match actually made it to one of the previous week's episodes of Impact, and then have Bailey losing the championship to Moose, getting betrayed by Trent Seven. Next week I would have had it as Bailey would have come to the ring, demanded a match with Seven, and then Hammer Something come out instead and reveal that they have teamed up with Trent Seven, and then Trent Seven will come out and say, if you want to face me, you've got to go through Jake Something first. That would have been a better way of working the match. Also, the casket match between PCO and Moose is also a very interesting one, because that match type is usually used to either end feuds or like really make them really heat up. And as far as I'm aware, neither PCO nor Moose are feuding at this point in time. But nonetheless, these matches will all be fantastic, and I can't wait to see them. And finally, TNA has announced that it will be holding a toy and food drive at the Final Resolution and Impact tapings in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Center Stage, place. In a statement released by TNA, they have encouraged all fans who are attending to bring a new unwrapped toy to donate, as TNA partners with the U.S. Marine Corps Reserve Toys for Tots program, which distributes toys to disadvantaged children at Christmas. In addition, TNA has also partnered with Zaban Paradise Center in Atlanta that works to empower couples, families, and individuals facing homelessness to reach independence. TNA has also asked fans if they could donate non-perishable food items or toiletries such as shampoo, soap, deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes, razors, and other hygiene products. This has been championed by former TNA World Champion Steve Macklin, who is the honorary ambassador for this specific toy drive with TNA. And all fans who donate either a gift or a food item will go into the draw to win a limited edition signed Macklin photo. Now, Macklin has taken special interest in this Toys for Tots program, as he served as a machine gunner with the 2nd Battalion in the 8th Marines Weapons Company, having served 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan. I'm glad that TNA is partnering with these organizations for their donation drives in the lead up to Christmas, as everyone deserves to experience a happy, healthy, and safe Christmas. And if you're considering attending Final Resolution and or the following night's tapings on the December 13 and 14, tickets are still available on the TNA website. Details are listed in the description, but hurry, they are selling fast. So that's all for this episode. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, leave your comments down below, and ring the bell for notifications on new videos. Until next time, I'm John, and this has been Sudden Impact.